Welcome to Wealthy's YouTube channel. Over the past many years, there have been many predictions about replacing the US dollar as the de facto currency for international trade. Often referred to as de-dollarization, many pages have been written on why it might happen or won't. But one of the reasons it's difficult to dislodge the greenback is because it's tied to the trade of crude oil internationally. China wants to change that. Over 80% of the world's crude oil trade is currently settled in the US dollar. But an analyst called Zoltan Pozsar at the end of 2022 predicted the dawn of the petroyuan. In the wake of the trade war unleashed by President Donald Trump in 2018 between the US and China, the latter started to push payments in yuan currency for crude oil purchases. Russia, Iran, Indonesia, and Venezuela have already joined the bandwagon, which threatens the dominance of the US dollar. And to break the stranglehold further, China has started to pitch settlement in the renminbi to the Gulf cooperation countries, especially Saudi Arabia, the second largest producer of crude oil in the world. The dawn of petroyuan is gaining momentum post the sanctions on Russia by the US and other European countries for invading Ukraine. The loss of Russia's foreign exchange reserves parked in banks located abroad spooked other countries, and they wanted to reduce the dominance of the US dollar in international trade, especially in crude oil. China's push can be attributed to its expectations of similar actions if they plan to annex Taiwan. Although this can throw a spanner in the works concerning its relationship with many other countries globally, including its neighbors, this is a geopolitical threat weighing on the country. China is signing investment pacts on the promise to buy crude oil through payment in yuan with many crude oil producing countries, including some Gulf countries. It's pitched to take up joint exploration projects and help establish petrochemical processing plants is being offered to lure countries to trade in its own currency. These countries accept the yuan for payment to supply crude, and then the Chinese companies participate in these projects get paid for goods and services in yuan. One of the clues to how sure China is to embark down this path is the facility to convert yuan into gold at two Chinese exchanges, making payments for goods and services. It considerably improves the acceptability of the yuan in international trade. While it's certain that dislodging the greenback won't be easy, the process of challenging the status quo has started. That doesn't mean that this is going to happen anytime soon. Recently, Uday Kotak had expressed concerns about the US dollar's disproportionate power as a reserve currency. It puts in perspective the continuing trade and geopolitical perches at which the US and China find themselves. Neither ready to concede an inch, but both ready to keep their corner with themselves. The petroyuan can't take the space occupied by the US so quickly. If you like the video, hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe to the channel.